This is a great honor for every fan of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm honored to be in the NFL.
What can I say? Mamba out.
All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Afternoon Show here live on the Elite Sports and Entertainment Network. Logan Landers here, of course, with Chris Gonzalez. And Tony Gonzalez is here. I don't know if he stepped away to get some leftovers to heat up real quick or maybe get some eggnog going early. But we're here, of course, today on the Afternoon Show talking about all of the football that went down yesterday, of course, and, of course, ton of action today on a Friday, which is a little bit odd for me, seeing that there's college and pro games on today. And, of course, it just continues into the weekend. So we've got that and then some here on the show. And, Tony, did you get some extra stuffing or some turkey for me while you were gone?
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I had to step away a second. My dog had to go outside.
Okay. Understood.
He was throwing a fit, so I had to go.
I got you. Well, before we hand it over to Tony here, if we can get the full slate of games going. If you guys enjoy the show, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. We go live here on the channel every single day, Monday through Friday, with the afternoon show. But, of course, we have a ton of awesome shows here on the network, not just us. We're to see the guys here at GSR, GFW as well, and so many other tremendous shows on our network, talking sports, talking entertainment, talking comic books, movies, music, you name it, you can find it on our platform. Best way to find it, though, link tree in the description of all of our shows. Just click on that and scroll through all of our social media pages. You'll see a ton of great content each and every single day. So, Tony, I will hand the mic over to you. And what are we going to start off with today? A lot of football on the docket. I know that much.
Yeah, so let's start off with NFL, and then we'll go into college. But we got a lot of NFL to get through real quick. Let's start with the games yesterday. The first game was Green Bay over Detroit, 31-24. Man, Detroit just keeps finding ways, in my opinion, to leave points on the field. Going for fourth downs and not getting points. To me, it's costing them games. I think it's getting out of hand for them. And they're in danger of not making the playoffs. If the playoffs happened right now, they wouldn't be in. But Green Bay had 359 yards of total offense. Didn't get up any sacks. Detroit had 352. So, I mean, they did pretty well. But they allowed 3 sacks. And, again, like I said, just leaving points on the field. So, not a bad game. We had some pretty good games. Chris, your thoughts on the Green Bay-Detroit game?
Detroit has to figure out some things on defense, especially stopping the run. They were having trouble stopping the run against that Green Bay team yesterday. And then, I didn't understand some of the other decisions. You're down 10 minutes left in the game, and you pass up a chip chop field goal to go for it on 4th and 3. It didn't make no sense. You're down 2 possessions. You're going to have a field goal or two touchdowns to win anyway. So why not take the 3? Because you end up not getting it. Your defense makes a stop. Then you come down, get in red zone again. And this time you get stopped, and it's 4th and 3, and you take the field goal. Well, if you took it the first time.
Said that earlier.
Yeah, so Detroit does leave a lot, and they're not the only team. There's a lot of teams that are doing that now, especially early in the game. I don't understand passing up points early in the game, but when you're down 10, you got to have a field goal anyway. That didn't make no sense. Why not go ahead and get the points there, try to get it stopped? But yeah. To me, Detroit has to figure out stuff defensively. Offensively, they didn't play bad, even after they lost St. Brown early in the game there in the first quarter. They had Jameis Williams stepped up. They had guys step up. So, their biggest thing was defensively, got tightened up a little bit, and then some of the play calling in certain situations.
Logan, your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, just kind of briefly touching on Detroit, we know that they were kind of at the forefront of being super aggressive on 4th down. Really, once Dan Campbell took over the helm, that was kind of their identity. And if it works, hey, you applaud them and say, man, that's a gutsy call. And it worked for him for most of the time, kind of early on. But here this season, it's come back to bite them more so than not. And as we know, they have struggled a little bit more this year. Of course, when you lose your both offensive and defensive coordinators who have went on, and we know how well Ben Johnson's doing in Chicago. Funny enough, at being the crosstown rivals, but I think that Detroit's they've had a rough patch this year. But looking at Green Bay, just touching on them real quick, what a hell of a game from Jordan Love. I mean, he was pretty much for the most part perfect, aside from a couple of incompletions. 4 passing touchdowns. Also, credit to the O-line, no sacks allowed at all. That is huge in a divisional game like this. And for Green Bay, like I said, they've had a nice turnaround. 8-3-1 now. And as we know for Detroit, 7-5, 4-2 at home, and also a big win on the road, as I mentioned, for Green Bay. Jordan Love, we know kind of early in the year he struggled. We talked about it, but he seems to possibly be kind of on the up and up. And what better time to get hot as we get closer and closer to the postseason? Good for Green Bay; they needed that one. And as for Detroit, you still got time to bounce back. Obviously, like you mentioned earlier, Tony, that they wouldn't be in the playoffs right now, but at least they still have a handful of games left to make right the ship. And like I said, it's tough out there in the NFC. So they very well could get to the playoffs, I think, but just maybe a potential bump in the road. But for Green Bay, great win overall, and they needed that one.
Yeah, they did. Green Bay had struggled some on offense, even though they had won the last couple of games, but they looked really good yesterday. Let's move on to the next game that was right after that one. Another really good football game. Dallas defeating Kansas City 31-28. Dallas had 457 yards of total offense, 320 passing, 137 rushing, didn't give up any sacks. Kansas City's offense wasn't bad, 362 total yards, 243 passing, 119 rushing. They did give up 3 sacks. A pretty good game. Dallas's offensive line playing good. The running game's going. Receivers, the offense looks great, and their defense is stepping up, playing well enough. So Dallas is. You got to look at them. I know it's this year, but going by last year, Dallas has now beat the 2 teams that was in the Super Bowl back to back. So you got to give them some credit. The thing of it is, they're still not in the playoffs at this point, so they still got a lot of work to do. They probably can't lose. They may have to win out, but at least might be able to get by with maybe one more loss. I don't know, but they're definitely on the right track. So, Glenn, Logan, your thoughts on that game?
I'm more so just kind of shocked and awe, Tony, at the fact that if you look at the Kansas City Chiefs, they're at 500. They're at 6-6 on the year, and they're 1-5 on the road. They've also lost, I believe, 3 of their last 4 games. I will say this: all the losses they've had this year have been 1-possession losses. So they have been close losses. It's not like they've been, blown out. They've been blown out or lost by 10, 14, whatever it may be. They have been close, and we know they are a very good football team. But it's not the Chiefs team we're used to seeing every year where they'd win those games. I will say credit to Dallas and mostly to Dak Prescott for a great performance he had. Like I said, 320 yards, nearly 40 attempts, 2 touchdowns, just 1 pick. But Dallas, they were up to the task, and they shut out KC. The kind of turning point, second and third quarter. And if they hadn't done that, then who knows? KC could have won that game when it was just a 3-point win. But credit to the defense for those middle quarters, and also Dak Prescott for keeping the offense rolling. Kansas City, they're in 3rd place in the West, which is not a position we're used to seeing them in. Now, they ain't going to be in 4th because Vegas is a whole lot worse than them. But it's odd to see, the Chargers ahead of KC, and more so the Broncos ahead of both of them. Just with kind of how they've ran that division the last handful of years, really since kind of Andy Reid took over and, the superstar Patrick Mahomes and company. But, just a couple things. Like I said, just tough losses they've had all year. And just things that you got to work on a little bit more and better execution at times. But it's odd to see them kind of out of the picture kind of this deep into the season, 12 games in now. So I don't know if they're going to be able to turn it around with how well both Denver and LA has played, more so Denver, obviously. But they got to turn it around here quick if they want to even have a shot at getting to the playoffs. And as for Dallas, they just got to keep building momentum, right? They're finally above 500 now, 6-5-1, because we know they had that tie at Green Bay earlier in the season. But they still got to work. We know Philadelphia still runs that division out there in their division, so they still got some work to do. Maybe could get a wild card spot at the end of the day if they keep playing well. They have looked better here in recent weeks, and I know Jay's happy to see that. And I know he was happy eating that turkey that we've been posting online and watching the Cowboys win yesterday on Thanksgiving. So overall, hey, good performance from Dallas. As we know, they're always going to be a staple for Thanksgiving, and the Cowboys come away with the win. The America's team get the win, and for myself, it was nice to see the Chiefs take a loss for once. So I'll take it.
Yeah, Kansas City's in a lot of trouble because they've got Houston in front of them, and Houston's not in the playoffs either. But then the other three teams that are in front of them that are in the playoffs have all beat Kansas City, so they all got the tiebreaker. Jacksonville, the Chargers, and there's another one I forget who it is, but yeah, they're in a lot of trouble. I don't know. I don't think Kansas City's going to make it this year. I think they're in trouble. Chris, your thoughts on the Dallas Kansas City game?
The referees won that game for the Cowboys yesterday. I mean, 119 yards and penalties on the Chiefs.
Yeah,
are you kidding
crazy.
me? No. In all seriousness, so I just had to say that to mess with Jay. No, Cowboys played a good game, but the Chiefs, honestly, that's what killed the Chiefs was the penalties. And I'm not saying that they were that they were all bad calls, but the Chiefs killed themselves with penalties. You can't have 119 yards and penalties and expect to win a game playing against a pretty good football team. So, big thing with Kansas City is they over last year and the year before they were like 12-0 in one possession games. Mm-hmm. This year they've won one possession game. So they're not winning the close games like they have been, and a lot of it, if you look, has been because of self-inflicted wounds, penalties that stop drives, penalties in the red zone. I mean, they've had a lot of stuff like that, or drops, just inopportune times. They just haven't been as disciplined as you normally see an Andy Reid team, and it's kind of bit them in the ass this season.
Yeah, most definitely. Big Glenn, your thoughts on that Dallas Kansas City game?
Man, I tell you what,
Joe, I agree. Wait, Joe, I agree with you. I do think Jerry Jones paid those refs off.
I think he showed out one hell of a check there, buddy. But it was a great win by the Cowboys. I fully expected them to take care of business yesterday, even though a lot of people didn't, just because of how Mahomes have been as of late and stuff. And Cowboys and Dak, more so Dak and George Pickens went freaking crazy at the end. So now, if you had to give me two teams, if I had to thought between those two, if they make the playoffs, I would say it's more likely Dallas gets in at this point versus Kansas City.
Kansas City's biggest problem is they can't figure out how to win on the road right now. At home, they're tougher than hell, but on the road, they find ways to lose these close games.
Plus, they're losing guys on their offensive line too, and that. I mean, granted, Mahomes is a mobile quarterback, but you don't want him running around like Michael Vick the whole game. Like I understand him doing that when he's trying to make something happen late in the game, but you don't want him doing that 4 quarters.
That's true. Guys, let's move on to the late game yesterday. Cincinnati over Baltimore, 32-14. Cincinnati looked pretty good, especially with Burrow first game back after being out for about 7 or 8 games. 382 yards total offense, 254 passing, 128 yards rushing. The offensive line played pretty well. Only gave up 1 sack. They only had 1 turnover, and they had the ball for 39 minutes. I think that's a big key. Baltimore didn't look real great. I know they had been on a 4 or 5 game win streak, but they didn't look good in this game. 346 yards total offense, 223 passing, 123 yards rushing, but sacked 3 times. And the big key to this game was the 5 turnovers. I mean, it's hard to win any game if you got 5 turnovers. And so Cincinnati, a good win for them. I don't know if they're completely out of it, but they definitely can't lose any more games. They'd have to run the table and maybe even get some help. Maybe have a chance for the division, though. Probably not a chance for the wild card, but I mean, Baltimore's got 6 losses. They've got 8 losses. It's not impossible if you run the table to have a shot at it. So, but that's going to be tough to do. But Cincinnati definitely looks better.
They still play Baltimore again one more time as well.
That helps. Chris, your thoughts on this game?
If the Bengals could have converted in the red zone in the first half, this game would have been a big blowout. They settled for the 3 field goals in the first half where they couldn't get touchdowns. In the second half, they were able to start getting a few touchdowns. But this is the best the Bengals defense had looked all year. I don't know if it was a combination of how bad the Ravens offense is playing right now, or if the Bengals just improved a little bit. It might just been a boost because they got their star quarterback back too. I mean, I'm sure that gave the team a boost. I thought Joe Burrow looked good. Didn't look like that foot was bothering him at all. Other than I wish the TV broadcast would have quit showing every time he went to the sideline that he was changing and putting a different shoe on, and then we had to watch him put his cleat back on. Like nobody cares that he's changing his shoe. We just need to see him on the field. We don't need to see him on the sideline changing his shoe every 10 minutes. But no, I thought Burrow looked good, especially he didn't look rusty. Like there was a few throws that he was a little off on, but for the most part, he was pretty accurate after missing all those games. But yeah, it's a long shot, but I mean, the Bengals still have a chance in that division because of Baltimore has not ran away with it. And then Pittsburgh has left the door open by losing some games. So, and like I said, they still have another game against Baltimore. And depending on what goes on with Pittsburgh, I mean, you have Aaron Rodgers with a broken arm, which I know is not his throwing arm, but he didn't play last week. They act like he's going to play this week. So it'll be interesting. The AFC North could be interesting down the stretch.
Most definitely. Big Glenn, your thoughts?
Man, I tell you what, man, Marty Joe Shiesty looked like he hasn't even took any time off for an injury. He came out there ready to go. And the main question for me is Lamar Jackson this era as Vince Young? And so it's one of those kinds of things because Lamar started off his career good, then he's slowly dropping off a cliff, and it sucks to see, honestly, because he's a great talent.
Okay, Logan, your thoughts?
Yeah, Tony, you touched on it. You said time possession was huge, obviously, and turnovers. Those were the main 2 factors. And for Baltimore, look, if they won this game, they could have been on top of the division. Where they're at. And unfortunately, they just, they could not get out of first gear for the Bengals. Big win for them. They needed this. And it's going to be tough for them, I think, to maybe get on top, win the division, but it's still viable, honestly, in a very rough division. Them and the NFC South, probably the 2 closest in terms of just bad teams who are fighting for first place. But I think, obviously for the Bengals, like I said, 32 points, only 11 and 14, like I said, 5 turnovers was big. I know a lot, most of them were fumbles, but still, you take what you can get, right? If you knock the ball out, you knock the ball out. If you get a pick, you get a pick. And big win for them. They needed that. And we'll see if they can continue their success. But for Baltimore, they've just, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. It seems like kind of all year. You get a good game from Lamar, then you get a bad game. And we'll see if they can get it figured out. But and it's weird seeing the Ravens defense give up 30-something points at all. We know how well they've played pretty much their whole franchise. But like I said, big win for Joe Burrow. Looked good threw a lot for a guy who's missed some action this year. And who knows, man? Him and Jamar Chase, we know those 2 are lethal, and we'll see if it can continue to get some further success the rest of the year.
Yeah, most definitely. One thing real quick on Lamar. I don't know about you guys, but Lamar doesn't look 100% to me. I don't think he's 100%. I think he may be 75 or 80%. I think he came back sooner than probably he needed to, but I mean, they needed him. I'm sure he wanted to play before he even came back. I don't think he's healthy. So I think that's part of his problem right now.
Yeah, he also hasn't thrown a touchdown in the last 3 games, passing wise. He's been missing the mark more, like I said, bad turnovers. So, I mean, I'm with you. I don't think he's 100%, but hey, you try to talk guys, say, hey, man, just wait, get healthy and come on back. But, it's, for guys who are wanting to get on the field and compete, it's tough to hold them. And, well, like I said, they're still close. They can still get on top, with the way that division's shaped up. So we'll see if they can get it turned around.
Yes. Let's move on to a game here getting ready to happen here at 3:00 for the people that have Prime, because it is on Prime. So there's probably going to be some upset people once they realize that. We got Chicago at Philadelphia. Logan, what's your thoughts on this game?
Man, we got a good one here. We got a hell of a game here. I'm telling you what, man. The way Chicago's been playing this year, Kind of unexpected. I didn't think they'd do this good. I didn't think they'd be 8-3 on the season. I thought they'd have a winning record, but I mean, not top of the division, looking great. And I will say this: credit to Ben Johnson, head coach, who went over there and whatever he's been doing, whatever he's been saying in the locker room, it's worked. Caleb Williams looks like a number 1 overall pick now, and he's playing like it. He's doing great jobs with his team. The defense we know is lights out, and Chicago looks good. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, we know they're top of the division, 8-3, but we talk more about them off the field we do on the field at this point, with all the drama they have, but still a very good ball club. Don't get me twisted here. Honestly, guys, for me, this kind of feels like it's the battle of, in a way, the old versus the new, right? The young up-and-comers in Chicago taking on, of course, the champs and the ones who are not hoping to knock them down a peg in Philadelphia. For me, X factor for Philly, we know Jalen Hurts, he can get it done, but for me, it's got to be Saquon Barkley. He hasn't looked great at all this year. He hasn't had that big explosive game where he's ran for 200 yards. He hasn't hurdled over anyone backwards this year. So I need him to get it going. If they want to win this ball game and keep building momentum, just keep playing good ball. Like I said, we talk like they're struggling, but they're only 8-3, right? They're still doing really well. And I think that for Chicago, they like I said, they've surprised me. I think they've surprised a lot of people with how well they've played, coming out of the gates. And it's going to be a close one, but I think I'm going to have to give the edge to Chicago. Go with the young guns getting it in this one. I'll go with a 7-point difference. Keep close.
Okay. Chris, what do you think about this one?
I like the Eagles in this game. I think it's going to be a good game, but the Eagles play well at home. They've out of their 3 losses, only one of those losses are at home. The other 2 losses came on the road. I think after the way last week's game went against the Cowboys, you had the big lead, then you collapsed in the second half. Now they're back at home. I expect a big performance from the Eagles today. So I think it'll be probably a pretty close game, but I think the Eagles take care of business at home.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think Philadelphia wins this. I think they're a little bit better of a team than Chicago, even though Chicago's got a pretty good record. They've won some. They've found ways to win. They haven't always looked great, but sometimes win ugly. Hey, who cares? You're winning. But I still think Philadelphia's a better team. I'm going Philadelphia by 10 in this one. Big Glenn.
I think I'm the Bears. Good luck. I've been picking them the last 2 or 3 weeks. I'm gonna go with them again. The Eagles continue that slide.
All right. Okay, guys, let's go into some Sunday NFL football. First game I wanted to talk about real quick. There's just a couple games I thought we'd dive into, and then we'll give some quick picks on the other games. First one is Houston, 6-5 at Indianapolis. Indianapolis is 8-3. Big game for both teams, especially for Houston. If Houston goes 6-6, they could be in trouble. Houston's playing really well right now. Colts not playing bad, but they need this win pretty bad. Chris, your thoughts?
Excuse me. No, I think it's going to be a good game. Does worry me a little bit that we found out that Daniel Jones has a fractured bone in his leg. I mean, that's never a good thing. But he played last week with it, and he didn't play bad last week. I know the game ended bad in the fourth quarter for us, but that wasn't all on him. That was I still don't understand why you only run the ball one time when you got the best running back in the league, and you decide you got an 11-point lead in the fourth quarter and you run the ball once. To me, that was more than on Jones. We were too predictable play calling in that fourth quarter. But for this game, have they said if Stroud's playing yet?
Yeah, he's good to go.
Of course,
I kind of like the Stroud's playing. I do. I like the Stroud's playing. That Houston offense the last 3 weeks with Davis Mills has been in a little bit more of a rhythm than what they were before Stroud went out. Not saying that Mills is a better quarterback than Stroud. Not saying that, but this year the offense has looked more in rhythm and a little smoother when Mills was in there than what Stroud has. So I'd rather take our chances against Stroud than Mills, because Mills seems to be a little hot right now. Main thing in this matchup is going to be the matchup of our offense against that Texans defense. Texans have the best defense in the NFL, or you can make an argument that it's the best or it's number 2, but they're right there. They got an explosive defense. They make plays. We got to get Jonathan Taylor running. If I think if our game plan is to get Taylor going and we stick to it like we normally do, and Taylor touches the ball 20 to 25 times, I think Colts get a win. Being back at home is nice. We haven't been at home in a little while, so I expect a Colts victory. But I do think it's going to be a good football game because Texans are a better team than what the record are.
Yeah, definitely true. I think the big key is our offensive line. Our offensive line's got to play well.
Offensive line played pretty good last week. We didn't give up no sacks.
It did. Logan, your thoughts?
Yeah, Chris, you mean you hit it on the head. It's going to be, how does Daniel Jones look with that fracture? Is he going to be good to go? Is he going to be a little hobbled? We'll find out. But that's the thing that worries me, though, is like we've said, and like everyone's going to say, is that Texans defense, man. They are mean. They are tough. Kind of the ageless wonder, I guess, at this point, Daniil Hunter, 11 sacks on the year. I looked, he's got 110 in his career. I mean, I know he had a lot, but I mean, he's climbed up the charts in terms of all-time rankings. But we know, look, they got a tough one, and we know the Colts have good offense. If Jonathan Taylor can get it going, provide a nice balance for the team, help out a little bit with the offensive side, can't be two one-play callers there. I think obviously you got a shot. This is a big game too. Obviously, it's a divisional game, and with the way things are looking right now, if the Colts can win this one, I think you guys have a pretty good shot to hang on, to hold on out there in the South. And like you said, that with the Texans, it's always kind of curious to me whenever a starting quarterback goes down. I always just think for whatever team it is, oh, you're cooked. You know what I mean? You can't do nothing with a backup. And we've seen Davis Mills in the past. I mean, it's not like he's lit the world on fire, but he's kept him in. He's played probably his best stretch of games his whole career. And credit to him, credit to the plate, to the staff for getting right plays, good players around him also. But guys, to please all the Indy fans in here, I do think the Colts will win this ball game. I'll go by 10. I think that it's going to be maybe a little bit lower scoring game, but I think y'all are going to be up to the task this upcoming weekend.
Big Lynn.
I think the Colts will get it done as long as Jonathan Taylor runs the damn ball and runs the ball enough that he's pretty much already almost in Kentucky by the time the game is over on Sunday.
And guys, the other big game I wanted to talk about before we give our predictions on another game was Buffalo at Pittsburgh. Big game for Pittsburgh, big game for Buffalo. Logan, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I mean, two teams, more so Buffalo, I'd say, that's kind of looked rough this year. 7-4. When a lot of people, myself included, thought that they'd run away with the division again in the AFC East. But like I said, credit to Frankie and his Patriots, man. They have really turned that franchise around after getting 4 wins last year. Now they flipped it and already at the first team to get double digits. So credit to that whole franchise. But for Buffalo, Josh Allen, just play your game, man. You just got to have a good big ball game here and see what you can do. As for Pittsburgh, I know you say Aaron Rodgers has an arm. Is he going to be out, or is he still going to try and play in this game?
From what I hear, he's going to play this week.
All right. Well, we'll see how that goes. Like I said, we know he's got a few grays in the hair now, so he's not as young and limber as he used to be, kind of getting out of the pocket. If you are that O-line for Pittsburgh, you better guard with your life. Because if he goes down, that might be it for the year. You just never know. When you already have a hobbled older quarterback who, I would say this, Rodgers looked good. He's looked good this year, I think, with Pittsburgh. He looked better than he did damn sure last year with New York and the Jets. But this is a good coaching matchup here. McDermott taking on, of course, the veteran Mike Tomlin, who's been around for 20 years at this point. So for me, I'll go Buffalo getting the win in this one, but I think the Steelers going to put up a good fight. I'll go. Let's go 7-point difference in this ball game.
Yeah, this game's tough for me because I'm not confident. Pittsburgh's defense can look really, really good, and it can look really, really bad. But one thing Pittsburgh is doing right now, the running backs are catching a lot of passes out of the backfield, and they are running the ball pretty good. And that is Buffalo's weak spot as far as giving up the run. So I'm going. I don't know if it's an upset. I'm going with Pittsburgh by 3 at home. Chris.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Buffalo in this game. I think it'll be a good game, but I think Buffalo's offense. I think for one, Josh Allen had a bad game last week. I think he bounces back this week, plays a lot better, and then I think, yeah, you're right. The weakness of the Bills' defense is stopping the run. The Pittsburgh has been running the ball a little bit better here lately, but their run game don't scare me as much as some of the other teams that Buffalo has had trouble stopping the run against. So I think Buffalo is going to be able to score enough points in this game. So I'm going to go with the Buffalo.
Okay, Big Lynn.
I would love to see a good Josh Allen game because he's in both of my fantasy leagues. But I'm going to pull Bill Parcells on all this one. I think it's going to be serious, but Josh Allen's played like ass all year, and he's going to continue to play like ass. So.
Okay. Well,
I pretty much paraphrased that line, but you get the point.
yeah. Okay. Now we're going to do some quick picks. First game up is New Orleans at Miami. Miami is playing better. I've got Miami. Logan.
Yeah, give me the Dolphins on this one. I don't know, man. The Saints just look awful this year. Tyler Shugg, not really feeling it. Kamara, I feel like his best days are behind him at this point. Last couple of years been a little bit rough for him, but I'll go with the Fins getting the win in this one. Ain't gonna be pretty though. I'll give me the Dolphins by let's go 3.
Okay, Big Glenn.
It's gonna be Dolphins. Yeah, I try to give Kamara a chance to fantasy, but man, he fell like off a cliff really bad.
And Chris.
Yeah, I like the Dolphins as well, especially at home.
And next up, Atlanta at the Jets. I'm going to go with the Jets. Maybe a little bit of a surprise. I'm going to take the Jets in this one by a field goal. Logan.
Falcons got a good win last week. Kirk Cousins kept it clean, just under 200 yards. I'll say this, if they can get Bijan Robinson rolling, then I think they got a good shot. So give me Atlanta by 10.
Okay. Chris.
Yeah, I like Atlanta in this game as well.
Okay, and Big Glenn.
Atlanta by 4.
4, okay.
Next up, San Francisco at Cleveland. No, Shadur didn't do too bad last week, and then it is at Cleveland, but I'm going with San Francisco by at least a touchdown. Even though Cleveland's got a pretty good defense. Chris.
How can you go against the best quarterback in the NFL? I mean, we got to see him play one game. He's the best quarterback in the NFL. He's the reason the Cleveland Browns had 10 sacks last week. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
No, I like the 49ers in this game as well. Cleveland's defense is good. I do think it'll be a good game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. But yeah, I like the 49ers. I think Brock Purdy's going to bounce back and play a better game this week than he did last week as well. So
I hope so. Bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Big Glenn.
San Fran. Shadur is not the best quarterback on the planet. He's like maybe 38.
Hey, he didn't do bad last week. This will be a good test for him. He's gonna play a pretty good defense. This will be a good test for him.
When Gonzo goes to do these things where he says stuff like sarcastically, I'm gonna start calling him Chris Perkins.
Oh shit!
Oh come on, you don't gotta do all that.
I couldn't do that to you, Chris.
I thought we were friends.
Yeah, I couldn't do that to you, man.
Oh, for me, the big X factor is going to be Christian McCaffrey. How he's going to play against, like I said, that Cleveland defense, which ain't no joke. Myles Garrett has how many sacks this year, guys? 18.
Yeah.
God, he might. What's the record? 23, I believe, in a season.
I think so.
Something along those lines. I mean, he might clear that the way he's been playing this year. And then, look, I get the record for Cleveland ain't nowhere close to playoffs. But that defense is scary. And you know what? If Cleveland wins this game, all you're going to hear about the rest of the week. All you're going to hear about is not the play of Myles Garrett. But you know what? I'll be the one. Give me the Cleveland Browns, Shadur Sanders, 300 with 4 touchdowns over San Francisco 49ers as I lean back. I don't got a watch on right now, but if I had one, I'd be doing one of these.
Okie dokie. Next up, the Rams at Carolina. This could be a good game. Carolina's pretty good at home. I don't know if Carolina can run the football in that Rams defense. The Rams seem dialed in. I'm going with the Rams by 10. Big Glenn.
Give me the Rams.
Okay, and Logan.
Yeah, LA in this one. I just like their team a lot better than Carolina. Carolina's inconsistent. What I've seen, they're either going to play really well or they're going to struggle. And as for LA, they've been more consistent this year. Give me LA by 14.
And Chris.
Yeah, I like the Rams in this game. They're rolling. They've won like 5 or 6 in a row.
Yeah.
They haven't trailed in the game since like week 6, week 7. The last time they've trailed in the game. They got it rolling right now. Matt Stafford's playing, to me, best quarterback in the league right now. So, yeah, I like the Rams, and I like their young defense as well.
Yeah, no J.C. Horn as well for Carolina. That's big.
Next up, Jacksonville at Tennessee. Tennessee's got a decent defense, but I think Jacksonville pulls this out by maybe a touchdown. Big Glenn.
Jacksonville.
And Logan.
Yeah, I'm going with the Jaguars on this one. Tennessee, look, there's a reason they picked number 1 last year, and they're probably going to pick number 1 again this year. 1-10, haven't won a home game at all. I don't see that. I don't see that changing. Quick look at Cam Ward. He hasn't played awful, but he hasn't played great. You know what I mean? He's first year in the league. He's thrown for over 2,000 yards, but 7 touchdowns, 6 picks. And hell, who's even got over Tennessee to throw to? That's my thing. So I'm gonna go with Jacksonville in this one and Duval. You by 17.
And Chris.
Yeah, I like Jacksonville in this game. I can't even though I'd like to see Tennessee win this game. I can't pick Tennessee.
Next up, Arizona. Go ahead.
I will say I picked up Patrick Washington from the Jacksonville this week, so I was like, you know what, this is a good week to get some insurance.
Yeah.
Next up, Arizona at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay still banged up, but I think they get the job done. Arizona seems like they play good enough to keep games close and then just can't pull it out. So I'm gonna go Tampa Bay by 6. Logan.
Kind of interesting here, like that, just because of the injuries to Tampa. As we know, Baker, we saw him in a sling. I'm still going to roll with them, though. I think that their team's just overall better than Arizona. I thought Arizona, honestly, was going to take a bigger step this year, just with how everything kind of lined up. But they just haven't been able to, like I said, win those big games, and I don't see that happening in this one. So I'll go Tampa Bay by 10.
Okay. And Chris?
I'm going to go with the Cardinals here. I think Baker's going to try to play. I know it's his non-throwing shoulder, but still the pain that dude's going to be in if he takes a big shot. I don't know if he'll play the whole game. The Cardinals have lost as many one-possession games as about anybody in the league. Mm-hmm. They usually do keep it close. With the injuries and everything, I'm gonna go with the Cardinals here.
And Big Ben.
I'm going to Tampa Bay. Now, the only reason why I'm taking Tampa Bay is because Bucky Irvin's back this week. If he wasn't in there, I would say give me Arizona all day.
Okay. Next up, Minnesota at Seattle. Minnesota's got a lot of problems. They messed up. Didn't keep the right quarterback in my opinion. I'm going Seattle by 17. Logan.
Hey, Sam Darnold's about to nail that put that final nail in the coffin this week, I think, showing that, boy, we screwed up picking the wrong guy here. I'm with you, Tony. Give me 17 by Seattle. They got a good squad this year.
And Chris.
Minnesota screwed up 3 times because not only did they let Darnold go, they let Daniel Jones out of the building as well.
Yep, that's true.
And then they had Aaron Rodgers wanted to come there and they passed on him. So they screwed up 3 times with that deal. Yeah, I like Seattle here. Only problem Seattle's had the last couple weeks has been turning the ball over. They get that figured out where Darnold ain't throwing 4 interceptions in the game and they're not fumbling the ball. They've had that going the last couple weeks. They get that figured out again. Seattle's going to be a tough out for anybody. But yeah, I like Seattle in this game.
And Big Glenn.
Oh, Seattle is going to go crazy like he did a few weeks ago. I forget who it was he played, but they scored like 2 defensive touchdowns and was up a bunch. I think it was against Arizona. So it's going to be the same thing here.
Next up, the Raiders at the Los Angeles Chargers. Logan, that's your team. So what are you thinking?
Well, now hopefully we can get the right play calls on offense. And with all that being said, give me the Chargers by 27. I don't care.
Okay, I'm going Chargers by 14. Big Glenn.
Raiders by 3.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Glenn, do you have money on this game or something? What?
No.
You got
I
someone on
just-
fantasy?
No, I got no skin or anything in the game, man. I'm just going with one of
Is
those big
that an early
thoughts.
birthday present to me? I thank you for that.
Yeah, hey,
okay.
if you win something, you're welcome, man.
Okay, Chris, your thoughts on this Raider Charger game?
Yeah, I like the Chargers here.
And our last game, Sunday night game, Denver at Washington. Washington's got a lot of injuries, got a lot of problems. I say Denver by 10. Chris?
Yeah, I like Denver in this game. Washington just hasn't been able to get it going this year. Even for one, they ain't had many games where they've had everybody healthy. It seems like when McLaurin plays, the quarterback don't play, and when the quarterback plays, McLaurin don't play.
Yep.
Debo's been banged up a little bit, and they've had other injuries, had some injuries on defense as well. But yeah, I think they're going to be too much for Washington.
And Logan?
I'll go Denver in this one. They have a really just good team on offense, defense, but I mean they are solid all around. Not a whole lot of weak points overall. And like you said, for the Commanders, just been banged up all year. 3-8. That's tough. And I thought they'd be a competitive in their division this year. Just not the case, unfortunately. Meanwhile, for Denver, they've really looked good. Bo Nix is playing lights out right now, and so I'll go with Denver by 14.
Okay, Big Glenn.
Denver.
Okay, and let's move on to some college football. We'll do the Friday games first. We got a game getting ready to start here at 3:30. Georgia at Georgia Tech. Number 4 Georgia at number 23 Georgia Tech. I think Georgia's going to be too much for Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's not been playing as well as they did early in the year, so I'm going to say Georgia by 14. Chris.
Yeah, I like Georgia in this game. I think Georgia's going to put it on pretty good. Which was it last year? Georgia Tech took them to overtime.
It took them
That was the 8
overtime
game.
last year.
Yeah, I think this year it's going to be a little different. So I like Georgia.
Okay. Logan.
I'll go with the Dogs in this one. They've looked good all year. For Tech, they've kind of the wheels have fallen off here the last few weeks. They're still a good program. They've played good, like I said, up till the last few weeks. Tough couple ACC losses, but hey man, it's rivalry week. You always going to play tough, regardless of if you lost by 30 or not the week prior. And I mean, let's not forget last year, like you said, Georgia Tech, they weren't nearly as good last year, and they took Georgia, to 8 overtimes. I don't think we're going that deep this year, but I'll keep it within the 4. Let's go with the Dogs by 7.
Big Glenn.
Georgia.
All right. Okay, next up, a big rivalry game, an important game for both teams. Number 3, Texas A&M at number 16, Texas. Guys, I'm going upset here. I'm going Texas. Texas by 6. Logan.
It's a good. Hey, that's gonna be a good game, man. I'm looking forward to the 7:30 kick. Right, this one in Austin. Hey, man, A&M's ain't no one beat them yet, so I can't go against them. I'll go with the Aggies by 10. But hey, if Texas wins, everyone just brace yourself for our friend Jay and his comments about how Arch Manning is going number 1 overall in the draft or whatever. So I have that happening. I'm going with the Aggies, man. They got a hell of a quad over there.
Okay, Big Glenn.
Texas.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and Chris.
Oh man,
Yeah, it's a tough one.
It is a good game.
Archie played fucking good last week.
It pains me to have to say what I'm about ready to say.
Oh, am I the only one?
Because I'm gonna have to go with the Texas Longhorns here. I think Texas A&M's overrated. I really do. they're living off the one big win over Notre Dame, but everybody tells me that Notre Dame's no good and shouldn't be in the playoffs because they lost to Miami. So either Notre Dame is no good and Texas A&M is overrated, or Notre Dame is really good and Texas A&M is really good, which I think Notre Dame's really good. But something about this Texas A&M team, I haven't been able to buy into them fully. And Texas has been playing better here as of late. So I'm gonna go with Texas getting the upset today.
Okay. No, couple quick picks here, guys. Just pick quick on this. Number 2, IU at Purdue. I got IU by 35. Chris.
IU. I'm not saying a number because I'm not jinxing them, but I got IU winning.
Okay, Glenn.
I ain't gonna lie.
IU
I'm more nervous about this game than I have been probably any of the other IU games so far this season. Even when we played
IU
Oregon
better,
at Oregon,
yeah.
and we're playing freaking Purdue, who hasn't had a good year at all. We're almost 30-point favorites, but it's just I don't know. It's a trap game.
Mhm.
Yeah, IU better win because I just bought my ticket for next Saturday,
Oh,
but it was only $102. So I knew a guy.
you knew a guy who knew a guy, huh?
Yeah,
Okay, Logan.
thankfully, because those prices were $300 at least to get in.
Oh yeah.
I'm about to say good steal there, Glenn. But for me, yeah, I'll go with the Hoosiers by 28. Easy win, I think.
And the last game for Friday night, we're going to go over number 25 Arizona State at number 20. Number 25 Arizona at number 20 Arizona State. That's going to be on Fox at 9:00. So a nice late game for us to watch. I'm going Arizona State by a touchdown. Logan.
I'll go with the Arizona Wildcats. Sam Levitt ain't gonna be there. I don't know. Jeff Sims. I like Noah Fifita and crew over there, Arizona. I'll go with Wildcats by, let's go 7.
Okay, and Big Glenn.
Sun Devils.
And Chris.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Arizona State.
Okay, and let's move on to some Saturday games real quick. This is a big one, guys. I know Ohio State's number 1 in the country, but they're traveling to Michigan, number 15 Michigan. Michigan could throw a monkey in the wrench a little bit if they could win this game. They would also need Oregon to lose, but even if Michigan beat Ohio State, they wouldn't get in. If Oregon won, Oregon would get in instead into the conference championship if Ohio State lost. But if Michigan won and Oregon lost, Michigan could be the representative of the conference championship game. Michigan's got a rookie quarterback. Ohio State's got a really good defense. I don't think Ohio State loses this one. I say Ohio State by 10. Chris.
Oh man, this game's at Michigan too, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, it is.
shit.
In the big house.
I think Ohio State's the better football team, but Ohio State was the better football team last year, and they lost to Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ohio State's going to get it done. I think Ohio State's going to get it done this year. I don't think Ryan Day will survive if he loses another game to Michigan. So I think they'll play a little more aggressive and not play so close to the vest, kind of like they did last year, and let Michigan hang around. I think they're going to try to jump out on them and give them that death punch and put them away. So I'm going to go with the Ohio State. And honestly, I hope Ohio State wins because I don't want Ohio State to lose and then IU play Oregon or Michigan in the Big Ten championship and then have to listen to all these Ohio State fans. One reason IU won the Big Ten championship game is because they had to play Ohio State, which don't make no sense anyway. Because if Ohio State was that damn good, they'd be in the Big Ten championship game. But that'd be what they would say all year to try to degrade Indiana's success. So I hope Ohio State wins because I want to take them out in the Big Ten championship game.
Logan.
I think Ryan Day finally gets, the proverbial monkey off his back, finally beats Michigan on the road too. That would be, sweet for him. Look, man, Buckeyes number 1 in the nation. Julian Saint also just a great year for him. Nearly 80% completion rate. That's insane. But yeah, I'll go with the Buckeyes in this one. Let's go by 10.
And Glenn.
It's gonna be Michigan, and we're gonna see that sign to all those Raws and Smackdowns. with saying thousands or so days since Ohio State's beat Michigan. That number is going to climb for another 365.
Oh,
Guys, next up, number 12, Miami. At number 22, Pittsburgh.
I think Pablo agrees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going with a little bit of upset here. I think Pittsburgh gets it done at home by 3. Logan.
good matchup here, man. Good ACC contest, but I'll go with the U and Carson Beck. Let's go by 7. Pittsburgh's got a hell of a team, though. Like I said, they beat Tech last week in a good win. But I'll go with Miami hanging on and keeping it going as we get close to the end. Let's go with Glenn, since we got you here, since Tony stepped out. Let's go with
Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh gets it done.
Okay. Chris.
Yeah, I like Pittsburgh in this game as well. I think Pittsburgh's going to be able to run the ball, and I think they're going to run the ball, keep Miami's offense off the field. I like Pittsburgh at home.
Just a few more games here, about 3 or 4 games, guys, real quick. Number 6, Oregon at Washington. Washington's a decent team. Washington's a tough place to play, but I think Oregon will run the football, control it. I think Oregon will end up winning by 10. Logan.
Yeah, I'll go with the Ducks by 17. Wait, Washington's got a good ball club, 8-3 on the year, but
Yes.
I'll go with Oregon number 6, getting the win here, end out the season.
Chris.
I like Oregon as well. One thing real quick, we didn't mention the Ohio State-Michigan game is also a big factor tomorrow. It's going to be weather.
Yes.
Because it's going to be nasty up in Michigan tomorrow. So that could be a low scoring game, which favors Michigan. I think so. It could be interesting that weather factor.
Yeah, I don't know what time it's going to hit up there. I know they're looking at maybe 10 to 12 inches of snow. I don't know what time it's going to start, though. I know it's supposed to start here more in the evening, so I don't know when it's going to hit Michigan. Big Glenn.
What game we picking again? I forgot.
Oh, yeah, we got Oregon and Washington.
Oh, Oregon, yes, Ducks.
Yeah, J moment.
Yeah, I had a J moment.
And a J
I was
vibe
switching
moment.
in between my phone tabs.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Number 14, Vandy, and number 19, Tennessee. I'm going Vandy here. Vandy by a field goal. Logan.
You know what? I'm going to go in this Tennessee matchup here. I'm going to go with the Commodores and Diego Pavia getting the win by 7.
And Big Glenn.
Vandy.
Chris.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Vanderbilt as well.
Okay, next up, LSU at number 8, Oklahoma. That'll be at 3:30 on ABC Saturday. LSU's got a lot of issues, changing coaches. They've had some issues with the quarterback play. I think Oklahoma's defense gets the job done. I think Oklahoma by 10. Chris.
Where's this game at?
In Norman,
Okay.
Oklahoma.
Okay, Jay. He's doing that on purpose.
I know.
Oh man, I'm gonna go with Oklahoma here. I like Oklahoma's defense. Their offense can be a little shaky at times, but I think they're gonna be a little too much for LSU. So I'm gonna go with Oklahoma here. Plus, Oklahoma, if they win, they're in the playoffs. They lose, they're out. So this game means a lot more to Oklahoma than LSU at this point in the season.
And Logan.
I want to see a shakeup. Let's go with the Tigers pulling off an upset. They finally got rid of Brian Kelly's contract this week. The weight's finally off of them. I think they're going to be playing free and loose this week. I'll go with the Tigers by a clutch field goal at the end.
Okay. And Big Glenn.
Oklahoma.
Boomer soon,
Back.
says Jim Ross.
Down to our last game, guys. This is a big rivalry. Number 10, Alabama at Auburn. Can Auburn get the job done? Can they upset them? I want to pick Auburn, but I think I really do, just to piss Frankie off. But I think Alabama gets the job done by 10. Logan.
Yeah, man. Hey, Iron Bowl always a fun watch. Regardless of how the team's record looks, we know Auburn they've been struggling this year. For Alabama, a couple tough losses, but still overall very good season. Ty Simpson, I think he's going to carry this one for the Crimson Tide. Let's go with Alabama by 17.
And Glenn
Bama.
and Chris, Alabama, Auburn.
I like Bama. I just don't think Auburn's going to have enough. Bama should have beat Oklahoma if they want to. If Bama don't do stupid shit to affect themselves, like the turnovers and penalties, they're tough to beat, and that's why they lost the Oklahoma game was the 3 turnovers. I think Alabama's going to play good this week. They have to win.
Yeah.
And even if they win, depending on what happens in front of them, they can still not make the playoff. There's a chance they can still not make the playoffs. But yeah, I think they come out and they need to win convincingly too. So I think they come out and they try to put it on Auburn.
Okay. All right, guys, that's all I have. Do you guys have anything before we get out of here?
I do not.
Man, I'm so tired from all the food I had yesterday. I'm trying
You
to get
look like
through
you
it.
woke up from a nap or something.
Oh man, I had to go to work this morning after all the turkey and stuff I had yesterday, man. Hey, it was some good food though. I tell you that much.
Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna be on today, but Walmart got my stuff dropped off to me right at 2:00, so that's why I was able to get on here and stuff. So
Well, guys, I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Have a good weekend. Got a lot of football to watch. I'm getting ready to watch that Bears game and eat some leftovers.
hell yeah, sounds good to me.
Good, guys. All right, y'all take it easy. Also, be sure if you enjoy the show, like, comment, share, and subscribe as always. Take it easy this weekend. Watch all the football you can. We got so much. And until Monday, we'll see you then. Have a safe, happy holiday weekend if you're traveling. We'll see you again on Monday on the afternoon show for myself, Tony, Chris, Gonzalez, and of course, Big Glenn for checking in as always. And Joe, don't worry. Jay McLovin will be back on Monday. He's busy cooking all weekend, so he's taking some time off. He'll be back with the normal cast and crew, as far as I know. But we will hopefully see him on Monday next week. So everyone, take it easy. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you again on Monday on the afternoon show here on the Elite Sports and Entertainment.